Hi everyone, this is going to be your reading for Who Will You Marry? So we are going to look into personality, characteristics, initials, which can also point to the letters in their name. We're going to be looking at star signs. We are going to be looking at everything. So yeah, this is going to be a very in-depth reading. It's going to be very, very detailed, and I've done a couple of these before as well. So if you wanted to check them out, they are on my channel. You can go to the search bar, and if you just type in Marry, it should come through with the results of the other ones that I've done. But I really love these ones, and a lot of you have found them super accurate as well. So, maybe some of you are thinking about like who you will marry, or if you're thinking about, if there's a certain person in your life, if you're thinking, wonder if that's the right person, and you just want that confirmation, perhaps this reading could really give that to you. So we've got here these three wonderful groups. We've got group one here, which has the saying giving and receiving, and you've got these two beautiful flowers, which look like roses, hence my little decoration setup with roses. And then you've got group two here with this really nice smiley face, or perhaps even this emoji face, and it says all about you. And then group three here is curious about you with the XOXO, the hugs and the kisses. Very, very cute. So we've got group three right there as well. So whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. So take your pick and then head to the description box below where there will be the timestamps, and then you can click on it and watch your reading. So that is how it works. And of course, if you would like to win a free reading with me, information is also there as well in the description box, which is just below the title of the video, and you can just click on it and it will open up, whether you're on a computer or a what do you call them, tablet or a phone. And then also there's information there for private paid readings if anyone would like a personal reading with me. All the information's down there as well. They're usually done within 24 hours. And the last thing I want to mention as well is that my intention items are on Etsy. So yes, those are on there as well. There's beautiful crystals, there's charms, letters, there's decoration items, there's divination pendulums, coins, but there's also the beaded bracelets, the necklaces, the pom-poms, the tassels, the embroidered cards, which truly are the best sellers, and that's because they are items that can actually help you to manifest what you want in your life, because they're meditated with, they're saged, and they're handmade by me. So if you're interested in those items, check those out. You can have a little browse. The link to my Etsy store is in the description box below. Review section is on there if you want to see how people have seen results with these items. So yeah, everything is there for your convenience. Check it out, have fun. Let's get started. Okay, so let me just move this back so I have a little bit of space. And let's take away these and just place them right there. I have some stuff that's sort of shedded from the crystals, so I'm just trying to move those because they tend to scratch my cards, interestingly enough, and also my device as well. Found plenty of scratches. So let's move this as well. Might just well move this as well. Like that. Ta-da! Okay. Alright, group number one. Who will you marry? That's the big question. So let's have a look. We're going to look also into charms, and we're also going to get letters out as well. So we've got a lot of information coming through for sure. So let's have a look and see. Okay, so let's just put this little flower there. Okay, I'm just going to move this back so I have a little bit more space on the table. So we've got here quite a lot of cards. So the first card here is giving and receiving. So I really feel here that it's going to be a very mutual and very equal connection and relationship between the two of you, where it's equal, it's balanced, right? Where you give, you receive, they receive, and yes, this could also be seen as like a sexual term. Maybe you enjoy that here in this connection, but more so it's about the spiritual aspect of things, it's the mental aspect of things, it's the emotional aspect of things, yes, also the physical aspect of things as well, but it just feels very harmonious and very balanced and very nourishing in all aspects, right? Even financially and socially as well. So all of the aspects here are very, very balanced, and there's that real nice sense of understanding and care between the two of you. That sense of really getting along and being each other's best friends, you know, sort of like holding hands. These two little roses are so adorable, holding hands and just being there for one another through the difficult times, not just the good times. All right, so there's a real sense of harmony there. And then the other card here actually is so interesting because it literally says on the same page. So what's really fascinating about both of these two cards, and I didn't do it in this particular way, what I do is I take the cards, I shuffle them, and I put them into the piles. And a lot of you know that when I do my live shuffling, cards just match up in ways, and you will know this if you have been watching my videos for a while. Like, these synchronicities happen in my readings even when I do live shuffles on camera. So I don't think anyone should be shocked or surprised here, but it is pretty incredible that you've got these two puzzle pieces which just come together very seamlessly. Like, yes, the puzzle pieces are different, right? Because you're different to this person, but it's like opposites attract, and that's what I'm seeing here as well, right? There's just that sense of like being different, but also just getting along really, really well. So you may feel like this person is like different to what you would regularly go for, or this person is just very unique, but you just match together very well. You may have different hobbies or different goals or different things that you enjoy, but at the end of the day, you just click, you know? You just click, you get along, and there's just that sense of fulfillment, of being on the same page, wanting the same things, your values and your goals align with one another. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's just put that there. We got money matters here as well. So with this particular card, and I just saw the next card, and it was literally what I mentioned right at the beginning, and it just, again, it's just matching up so strongly. So sexual compatibility, right? I talked about that with the whole sort of like giving and receiving thing. I did say, so I mean, you know, it just goes to show that you are very compatible in this particular area. Physically, you'll be very attracted to them, and you are just going to find them very irresistible in that way, right? So that is the card that we have there. But also money matters here shows that on the financial aspect of things, they're very focused on money. It's not that that's the only thing they're focused on, but they like to be financially stable. So this person is very, very hardworking, or they may have a lot of investments and like stocks and things like that. So something to keep in mind, but also investments in terms of like maybe they're into properties, or maybe they're into collecting certain things that can later give investment. So this person is very like financially focused. So it could be that they have a lot of investments. It could be that maybe they have a trust fund or inheritance or something like that. It could also very much so be that they have their own businesses, but there's something very financial heavy. It also shows here that this person is financially very well off. So that's something to also keep in mind as well. And they have a lot of goals when it comes to money. And the main priority for them is financial stability. That's really what they want. But yeah, they might be working in finance or investment or even accounting, but there's something about money here. Okay, so I know that's really vague, and there's obviously, but the thing is, there's so many of you watching this, so the thing is, it's going to be different for all of us. It's not a private reading, it's a general reading, right? So I can still relate in many ways there. And also purple is a colour that is very known for luxury. So that's something to keep in mind as well, is that they do have a standard of living, let's say, but it's not something that's like really like high class, high status, like I need to show that I'm this and I need to show that I'm that. It's more so that they like nice things, but they share with everyone. You know, they again, they will give, and they will be very proud of giving, but not always expect. And you know, that's the kind of thing that I really see here, is that there's a real sense of compatibility, and there's a real sense of openness and transparency here. They're very self-aware, and they're not a mean person. From what I see here on the card so far, so that's pretty good. Then you have here nearby. Okay, so nearby goes to show that this person could be living nearby. This person could be nearby in that sense. Nearby will mean many, many different things. Nearby can also mean that you can sort of like pick up the phone and just kind of like talk to them, or you know, text them very easily and things like that. But again, there is an energy here of them nearby. So just going to throw it out there. It's what came out, so it will resonate in some way, I assume. You've also got vibrational alignment. So yeah, in terms of like the mental and the emotional aspect of things, both of you connect very, very strongly, as we see there, you know, sexually, but also in terms of emotion and in terms of the mental aspect of things, very, very strong. Both of you, I feel, have gone through lessons and challenges in your life, and then when you meet, it's just that sense of like, wow, you know, we learnt so much, but it brought us together in a way that it kind of had to. Does that make sense? Because that's what I'm seeing. You've got here soulmate. So this person is a soulmate, is what I'm seeing. You're going to marry a soulmate. Remember, we have multiple soulmates actually I feel like nobody talks about this, but we have multiple soulmates. We don't just have one, we have multiple soulmates. So it's okay to say, you know, like, oh, I'll marry my soulmate, because technically, you know, that's who you choose. So yeah, then there's that. We also have here money again. Okay, so we've got double money here. So that, again, like I mentioned right at the beginning, right, I did say this person's very, very financially focused. The fact that you've got 2 money cards just goes to show how focused they are on that. They're financially very stable. Again, could be that they're, you know, into investing and things like that. I'm not going to repeat the message, but you can see here that they are very into money. It's not that they need money from another person in order to survive. This person likes to also give, so they like to you know, they like to share it, is what I'm seeing. But they are very focused on kind of making it grow as well, making sure that it sort of stays and doesn't just like disappear one day, you know? They're not reckless in that sense. You've got here past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is a past life relationship which manifests in this life and continues to grow. And it is something that I see happens in the sense that this is the person you will marry, is someone from your past life. So it's like you've known each other before. Makes a lot of sense because you've also got the soulmate energy as well, where, you know, there are certain aspects that align up. So for example, in soulmate connections, there are many aspects that match up, like emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, values, goals. And so that literally is that sort of vibrational element coming together. And to be honest, you literally got that here as well, right? That vibrational alignment coming together in that sense. That's really very, very powerful. Now, what's really fascinating here, I've got, you know, the rest of the cards here as well, is that the moon is here, and I also see a moon here as well. Again, synchronicities, right? So I feel like their moon sign could be very, very strong. Okay, their moon sign is probably the strongest, I would say. Now, the moon is actually ruled by Cancer, like the real moon, you know, the one outside. I say this because I know that it sounds a little bit funny, but the actual moon card in tarot is ruled by Pisces. So, you know, that I'm just like, okay, all right. It's okay. That's just how they decided to do it. But it could be that they have very strong Cancer or Pisces in their chart, specifically in their moon sign. Something that I just want to say. It's not the case for everyone. Because remember, birth charts are very complicated and very complex. There's a lot of signs and there's a lot of, you know, houses and planets, and it's a whole thing, right? So something to keep in mind is that they could have a very, very strong emotional moon sign, but also their moon sign is very dominant over them. So it's something to keep in mind. And of course, we've got here emotions, instincts, receptivity, and safety. So this person is someone who is very kind, very caring, very nurturing, very, very family orientated, and someone who's very, very sharing and very giving. And they are emotional. They like to talk about emotions. So there is where you align with this person in that sense, right? Because they're open about these things, not trying to hide them. Let's put those there, because I still need to get the tarot cards as well. I'll put them below. So here are the 4 signs that we are seeing. So we've got here Sagittarius. Okay, so remember, this could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs in that sense. So we've got Sagittarius, and we know that the Sagittarius energy is also about balance and flow, but also having passion and drive. We've got here Taurus, okay, long-term, stable. So then that's the kind of person you're going to also marry as well. These signs are not just, you know, potential signs they could be, but this is also characteristics they have within themselves. Again, our birth charts are made up of multiple signs, not just like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, as you probably know. So the Taurus energy here is about that long-term aspect. We've got here Libra, so this person has a very strong Venus from what I can see as well, because you've got Taurus and Libra. Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus, and Venus only rules those 2 signs. So when you think about it, this is also about beauty. This person's very attractive. This person wants commitment. This person wants something long term. This person is very balanced, very giving, very harmonious, and very mutual. So there you've got Venus energies as well. The Venus is very powerful. And you've also got here Aquarius as well. Okay, so you've got that energy of flow. You've got that energy of healing, taking on board lessons, and really, you know, going for it and having that sort of charisma as well. This person has got a good personality, and one that you will feel very connected to as well. Let's get some more information on their personality if we can. I hope we do have some more information on their personality. So these are the 4 tarot cards that came out. We've got the 6 of Swords. King of Wands, which is good. That's a really nice personality card. You've got the Four of Wands as well, that's nice card. And then you've got the Seven of Cups, which is very interesting as well. So the Six of Swords here is about emotionally, taking yourself to a better place. This is someone who is going to make you feel very good within yourself. Is someone who also wants to heal, or resolve situations. Because remember, no relationship is perfect. There may be misunderstandings here and there for sure, but they'll always want to resolve things. They'll never let you go to sleep without resolving certain issues or problems or challenges that arise. They'll never run away in that sense, right? So the Six of Swords here is about taking those lessons from the past and applying it to the future. This person is very understanding. See how you've got this little child here, you've got a person here. They'll always, despite any obstacles, they'll always go with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not just going to abandon you. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from there. So again, very caring, very kind, very nurturing. King of Wands, leadership. Okay, so yeah, that whole like money thing makes a lot of sense. This person, has their own personal power. Yes, they're emotional, but they also wear their heart on their sleeve. Do you know what this reminds me of? I was watching some documentaries, and there's a very famous billionaire who just so happens to be the richest man in the world right now. Really strikes me straight away, like intuitively, as someone who wears their heart on their sleeve but is so ambitious, okay? You probably know who this person is. I'm not going to mention their name, but you will know who this person is. And I just feel like this is someone, again, you can be both. I know that sometimes people will be like, how can you be both? You can't be like ambitious and also emotional. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You can be extremely successful, yet still wear your heart on your sleeve. It is a total thing. So that is the kind of person that I see here. They're fun. They like to have fun. They like to travel. They like to go to places, but they also love that home and family environment, and also sharing and like maybe throwing gatherings and parties and having fun with a family. That's something I see here, but also just being, really in the moment and enjoying time together. So you've got the Seven of Cups here, again, very goal orientated, very, focused on different things that they want to achieve. And that is something that's super, super strong here on the cards for them. I mean, they also want family. They also want, things to come together in their future. This person can also be very spiritual and be into things like meditation and yoga and things like that, because we also have the Moon and the Four of Wands as well. So this person really has cleared a lot of their karma from the past. And it shows for the future, really shows. Okay, so let's go to charms and letters. So these can be initials, okay? It can also spell out certain words for who you will marry. By the way, if any of this resonates or has resonated throughout the course of this reading, let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know. Okay, so we've got a G, E, K, A, M, C, X, 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 okay, XXX. It's like a X-rated thing. But, King of Wands is also a passionate lover, so keep that in mind as well. And, we did talk about that at the beginning as well, like there is a lot of chemistry in that department. The other thing as well, we have got E and an X, which could symbolize an X. Now, for some of you, it may be an X, but for most of you, it may not be. So I want you to keep that in mind, that it's also showing here past life relationship. So I guess, when you think about the fact that you've had like, an ex in a past life, but it's a new person in this lifetime. It's one of those things where for some of you it could be an ex that you actually do end up marrying, but for others of you, we see ex because past life, right? So I just want to throw that out there as well. Okay, because again, some of you might be like, oh my god, but no, it could be a new person who is from a past life, so that's why X is also showing up. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's go to the charms. Ooh, we haven't got so many this time, but it's cool. It's cool. We've got here the heart-shaped sunglasses, and this like tiny little gem has gotten stuck behind it, and it's a little heart shape as well. It just like never comes out. It's okay, I'll just like leave it there. So this is about really having those heart eyes for this person, finding them very, very attractive. But that attraction part is not the only thing physically, right? There's so much more to this person that you really like, and that's what also keeps you in there as well. You've got the tiger eye crystal, which is the star. So this here is really about strength, and it's really about just being like, wow, it's like a miracle that I met this person, like they're so perfect. And even though there's no such thing as perfect, you'll feel like this is pretty close because it just works, you know, it just works, it feels good. Like, yes, you have your moments here and there, they have their moments here and there, but it just works and it feels harmonious and you can resolve challenges. That is actually what keeps most people together. How you deal with difficult times, difficult situations, and also the problems and the challenges that arise, because life is, you know, it's not perfect. But we've also got here the world as well. So, you know, got the heart here, which goes to show as well that the two of you will really make a lot of memories and travel together. That's something I definitely see there. Also, the other thing as well is you've got nearby as well. So, you know, eventually, even if the two of you are long distance, you will bridge any gap or any distance. They can be nearby in the sense that, you know, you can just pick up the phone and connect with them. That is a way in which technology makes things much closer. But also, for those of you that do have long distance, because it could be the case, you will not always be at long distance and they will always be nearby, you know, that's something I'm seeing. Now, you've also got the pliers here as well. That shows that you'll be able to mend and allow the situations to come together very, very effortlessly, very fluently, very nicely. It's not going to be too much of a challenge there. You've got another M here as well. You've also got the French horn. I believe this is a French horn. So they're super into music and dancing, or even could be playing, you know, certain instruments, but they're very into music and sharing their playlists and kind of listening to music with you and things like that, which was what I see. And then you've also got here the angel as well. So this is a connection that is protected by the divine, as we see with past life relationship, Four of Wands, and of course soulmate as well. And so that is what we have right there. So group number 1, that is your reading for who you will marry. And if this resonates, again, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care, everyone. Take care, take care. So I'm going to take these away and then we'll set up the group 2 reading, which will not take more than a couple of minutes. Well, it shouldn't take that long at all. Okay, let's take all of these cards. Alright, group number 2. Oh my gosh, I just recognized that your timestamp is 2222 for group number 2. We can't get more of a synchronicity than that. That is incredible. Okay, so, because I always write down the timestamps and then I type them out, so I was like, whoa, okay. Right, so I'm going to put the flower there. You have chosen this pile which says all about you. And yeah, you got this little smiley with these 2 little hearts. I'm seeing a lot of 2s here. It's a thing. So your first card, all about you. The person that you will marry will be all about you, okay? They will look at you like how, you know, you see people looking at each other with just those like so much love. You know, that's how this person will look at you, with just a lot of admiration towards you, a lot of love towards you. They will really want to know everything about you. They'll be so into you to the point where you'll be like, whoa, okay, this person's like really into me. You'll never question it. That's the thing, is I don't feel like you'll question whether this person is into you or not. Oh my God. Do you guys see that? There is no way, okay? There is no way you can even like set things up to be like this. There is just no way, right? Like I can't, okay? Like I will say that it still gets me to this day, because I do so many readings and there are so many synchronicities that happen in my readings that it shocks me sometimes. But like this is definitely a synchronicity, and it is not a surprise. The fact that your timestamp is 2222, and we have so many 2s going on. This is group number 2. You've got those 2 little hearts. You've got 222 here as well. I mean, this is incredible. And also, I shuffle the cards by during a meditation, and then I place them into the piles when I shuffle them, right? So it's just one of those things. Okay, you might be seeing a lot of 2s as well. That's something that's coming through, right? And also, you know, they will be texting you, which I definitely feel like this person is a texter. They like to communicate. They're very good at communicating. They're very in sync with you. So you may find that you finish their sentences. You may feel like you are, you know, they text you just as you're picking up your phone, or you are going to, you know, call them, but they call you like literally at that moment. So there's a lot of synchronicities between you and this person. You may see repeating numbers in general. You may see like little signs and little hints, or people that look like them, you know, in films, and it just reminds you of them, things like that. I definitely see a lot of synchronicities between you and this person, to the point where it will be like, whoa, like it's a definite sign, and it's pretty intense and it's pretty big. Okay, well, with that being said, don't forget to like this video. Click that little thumbs up button. Okay, so we've got here stay the course. All right, so stay the course means that they are in it for the long term. The person that you marry is totally in it for the long term, the long haul. They are not going anywhere. They are going to stay, and they are going to really be there for you, and they're going to stay on that path with you. And that is something that I really see, is that this person's very dedicated towards you. They want to be with you. They genuinely are all about you, and that is what I'm seeing. Like, they literally want to be with you in that sense, not in an overbearing or overprotective or very like possessive way, but because they genuinely love you and they value long-term relationships. So we have learn through this. Okay, so this person is someone that definitely is very intellectual. They may have, you know, studied, but also they may be self-taught, let's say, as well, because that is a thing, you know, for sure. You can be self-taught in many, many aspects of things as well. And they're someone that really likes to read books and gain a lot of knowledge. They may also be super into documentaries and just very educational like things as well. Books that are more so factual maybe than fiction. But this person is definitely one that is very, very smart, let's say, and they are also someone that always is learning through lessons. This is not the kind of person where the universe gives a lesson and they just brush over it. They always take the lessons and they always strive to become a better person. So that's the kind of person that essentially you're going to marry, someone who is very, very, very what's the word? They are very very smart, but also just very understanding, adaptable, self-aware, right? And then you've got here, go with the flow. So this is, again, someone that doesn't really like to stress. This is someone that just kind of goes with the flow. They like to do things naturally, not really force things, but also it's just more harmonious, right? Rather than forcing things, they just feel like, oh, it's easier if we just like let things be and go in the natural course. And that's what we see there. Spontaneous, so they're very spontaneous. They like to do fun things. They like to make plans very, very spontaneously, and you know, they might just surprise you with a trip here and there, very, very spontaneously, and say, oh, let's go here, let's go there. So they're very spontaneous, but I will say as well that they do like to go with the flow of things. So that makes a lot of sense with the spontaneous card, and also the other thing that I pick up as well is that they are very funny, especially with this card as well. Very, very humorous, very funny, will always make you laugh in some way, shape or form. And they're very communicative as well. That's something I see here with this particular card as well, is that just before you even say something, they could literally say what you were thinking, or say what you were going to say to them. So that's really interesting. So you've got here passion, so you will be very physically attracted to this person, as we are seeing here, no doubt about it. A lot of that chemistry is coming through here, so physically very, very attracted to this person. We've got spiritual growth, which is for sure very, very interesting as well, because this really does go to show as well that this person is someone who is always learning, who is always growing, who is always taking on board the lessons that the universe gives to them. And they can be into very similar things like you are, not like everything similar, but they might be into, again, spirituality and you know, really connecting on that sense. You might be like, oh my god, I'm seeing all these repeating numbers, and they'll be like, oh my god, I see them too, you know, things like that. And you might be like, oh my god, wow, okay, so it's not just me. And yeah, so I see a lot of spiritual growth here between you and them. There can also be a spiritual connection between the two of you, whether you're twin flames or soulmates. I definitely see that here. And wow, Okay, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? It's really, really amazing. This is like that energy of like growing old together, is what I'm seeing, and just learning and going through life and supporting one another, being there for one another, and enjoying all of those intimate moments as well. Whether it's traveling together, which we saw, or just enjoying time with one another. That's what I'm seeing. So the card here that we have is let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So some of you might feel like, oh, I really want this to like happen now. Like, can it happen now? Like, please, can we just, and you might be thinking more about the destination, but it's really important to also enjoy the journey. That's something I really want to stress as well, is that don't stress. I'm going to stress. Don't stress, okay? I'm going to stress that to you. Let go of those sort of control issues. Let it just naturally go with the flow. Look, this person really likes to go with the flow of things and just enjoy life as it is, and not worry too much about like the destination, because once you get to the destination, that's not the end, right? A lot of you are kind of like hoping for marriage and that's your destination, but once you get to that point, there's still more to enjoy. So enjoy the path, enjoy the process, allow it to unfold very naturally without trying to kind of like, force it in that sense. Because that's something that they don't like. They like things to be very natural and unforced, but it's totally normal for you to worry about, who you're going to marry, or even to think about it, for it to cross your mind. Totally normal. We've got the moon here, okay? So again, that spiritual energy is coming through. This person's very intuitive. That's something that comes through. You've got a lot of purple here as well. Purple, for the third eye and the crown chakra. There's a lot of that energy here about that energy of them being very spiritual, because Pisces energy is also about the gut and the intuition. It's also about emotion. It's also about balance and harmony. And again, it's the fish, right? The fish is about going with the flow. There you go. You've got that water there as well. So that Pisces energy is very, very strong here. Now, the actual moon is ruled by Cancer, but the moon card in tarot is ruled by Pisces. I know it's a strange thing, but for sure I feel like they may have some Pisces in their sign, or their signs, should I say, or even Cancer. So what I mean by that is that they are very dominantly ruled by their moon sign, which I think is very interesting here. But also their moon is really what makes them so funny and so charismatic and so caring, yet so emotionally open. But remember that they could have Pisces or Cancer anywhere in their Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus signs. Birth charts are very complicated and complex, of course, so it's something to keep in mind. Again, you've got Pisces energy here with the Hanged Man, because the Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is ruled by Pisces. They've got like really dominant Pisces coming through here. And again, spiritual energies, because the Hanged Man is literally about taking time, processing information, looking after oneself, being there for oneself. So that's really interesting there. You've also got the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter energy. So you've got here that their Jupiter could be in a very, very interesting sign as well. We'll have a look at the signs in just a minute, because I have got the rest of the cards here. But you've also got the Ten of Cups, which shows this long-term, beautiful energy of happiness and joy. Emotionally, it makes you feel very, very happy. It almost feels like it's worth the wait with the Hanged Man, because it would just feel so, so happy and so good. You've got 2 tens here with the Major Arcana, that it just feels like you are so lucky. You will feel so lucky. They will feel so lucky. You'll feel like, you know what, this is the person for long term. I want to build with this person. I want to have such a happy life and so much fulfillment and joy with this person. It just comes together in a very fulfilling way. And also through uncertainty comes that certainty. They also like to take time to get to know someone, to make sure that it's the right person for them as well. So that's why, they like to go with the flow and to just see where things naturally go, right? So we've got here the sun. Okay, so that's really interesting. You've got the sun and the moon. So again, that harmony, that balance, right? Wow. So you've got the two there, the pair, essentially. So you've got here self-expression, ego, creativity, and identity. So this person can be very, very creative, very self-expressive, like very, very communicative, very positive as well with the sun. Ego just basically means that they like certain things that they do. They may also, I wouldn't say that they have like a extreme ego. Everybody has an ego, but people have different egos, right? Some people have a not very good ego, and some people have a nice, healthy ego where they are there for others, they're doing things for themselves, they're learning, they're growing, but they're not like, covering it up with other things. So I want you to know, this person has a very healthy ego. I'm also seeing Leo energy come through here as well. So we've got Leo as another sign. And also I feel like they might have fire fire, okay, genuine fire, because so sun, moon, rising could be fire mixed with water. Isn't that interesting? Because fire and water cancel each other out. So it's such an interesting combination. Again, you've got a pair, right? Fire, water, and the twos that we kept seeing as well. So that's, yeah, fire and water for this the signs, which actually, oh my gosh, okay, this is so interesting. So you've got here Leo, which is exactly what I mentioned with the sun. You've got here Scorpio, which is water sign. So we also mentioned Pisces and Cancer. We literally got Scorpio here as well, to sort of round up the water signs. You've got here Pisces, which we also talked about with the moon here, and of course the Hanged Man. So that's another confirmation. And we've got here Virgo. Okay, so that's what we've got there as well, some earth energy. So they could also have Virgo in their chart. So that's really, really interesting combination. Everything matched so well. It just all came together in such a very interesting way. And I want you to know that when I got out the signs, I did group them in the fours in that sense to see what the most dominant signs were for each group. So I thought I'd just mention that as well. But everything else was like properly shuffled out and placed into the piles. But these ones were more so grouped and then shuffled individually, and then the signs were put into the piles with this one shuffled out separately. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So yes, that is what we have there. But wow, it just really makes sense. A lot of fire, a lot of water. We've got that Virgo energy as well, where they are a thinker. Okay, this person really thinks before making major decisions. They are very spontaneous, but I'm talking about major decisions. Okay, so they're not going to be reckless in the sense that they're going to make super spontaneous decisions for things that are extremely major. Okay, when it comes to major situations and things that need a lot of time and thinking over, they really think about things. But when it comes to surprises and things like that, they're very spontaneous. So I want you to know that harmony and balance within them as well, because I think that's really important to mention. So let's go here with the charms and the letters. So these letters could be their initials, okay, but it can also spell out words to do with who you will marry. So let's have a look. I'm going to keep going. Okay, we haven't got very many here, but it's okay. We've got here an L and a Q and a C and a G and a P and a G. Again, got two G's here, a Y and a H. So we haven't got many initials or even letters here, but that's okay. That's just how it's supposed to be. So let's go in with some charms. Oh, a lot more charms for sure. We've even got some more letters as well. We've got an O. And we have, is that one? Yep, we've got an I. All right, so that's what we got. Lip as well, L-I-P. Can also be to do with, again, with communication, or that their lips are very attractive. I know it sounds strange, but, it can be. You've got the hashtag here as well. So perhaps connecting on social media, tagging each other, things like that. We've got this this emoji where when you first meet them, you might be like, whoa, like really taken aback by them, like, whoa, like, oh my gosh. This could also be seen as like a worrying emoji. Like some of you might feel like, oh, I just really want things to progress. Like, is anything going to progress? Is anything going to happen? Because they like to go with the flow, and you might be like, come on, chop, hurry up. So you might be like, oh, is something going to happen here? You might be a little bit stressed. I just want to stress, don't stress. Yeah, I'm going to stress that. You've got here Cupid, like shooting this little arrow. So it goes to show that there's, a real sense of attraction here, which I pick up between the two of you. It's like you've been shot by the arrow of Cupid. You've got here the gin bottle as well. So maybe going out for drinks or enjoying yourself. Look, whether you drink or not, going out, having a good time, talking over things. There's mocktails and all sorts, orange juice. Because some of you, I feel, would be like, oh, but I don't really drink, But for some of you that do, it's about kind of enjoying that environment and just sort of being at one with one another. We've got here, live in the moment. So yeah, you'd really feel like every moment you're in, it's just, very pure, very enjoyable, very fun. Like it's not, extremely like serious or... what I mean by that is it's not so like serious all the time. It's fun, and it can also be light, but it can also get serious when it needs to be. We've got here the scissors as well, which I think is really interesting. This could also be like sort of cutting out things from the past, you know, cutting out things from the past that allows you to also manifest this particular connection in your life. We've got here as well this skull, which is like toxic energy, which is interesting because I feel like you or them could have in the past had some very toxic connections, and some of you might be dealing with them even right now that sort of need to be let go of. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, this also represents here transformation, because you've also got Scorpio energy. So this is about, like, you know, that sort of death to rebirth energy of just accepting that there can always be, you know, light at the end of the tunnel. I don't see this as a toxic connection. I want to make that very clear. I don't see it as toxic, but you may also feel like, oh, you know, I just want it to be like this, and I want it to be like this. Like, can it be quicker? You know, so you may have certain things that you're trying to control. To that, I would say, let things flow. You know, let things naturally progress. And some of you may have to sort of work through things from the past and sort of like cut those kinds of things out, or, you know, people around you that are just being a little bit annoying, let's say. There's this tiny little charm which I see here, which looks like a watering can. It's so tiny. It's so tiny. A little watering can. So I'm going to take that as water energy, as we saw. We also have here as well this really cute... No! I dropped it in my bin! Oh my god, how the hell am I going to find this little charm? It's like basically gone in my bin. Oh my god, I found it! Oh my god, this is a miracle. Oh my god, I don't want to drop it anymore. Oh no, I lost it. Oh no, I found it. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Come on, charm. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get this little charm. Do you know what? It's a miracle that this didn't fall all the way at the bottom of my bin, because my bin is huge. Okay, 1 second. It's a giraffe, by the way. I literally thought I'd lost my charm in the bin. I would have to then just tell you about the charm and then find it later on after I finish filming this reading, but it's actually a miracle. Like, if you guys saw how big my bin is, it like wouldn't even stay in the camera. It's amazing it didn't go down in the edges and like fall through the rest of the stuff. It's mainly just got paper and things in there, and it fell in one of the little boxes that is in there. So that's good. There we go. It's like the giraffe wanted to just, you know, disappear. I always have to keep my bin under me because it supports this like tray thing that I have on the side. Otherwise it would like fall over. It's a whole vibe. Okay, it's a whole vibe. Okay, so the giraffe here, I know this is going to sound really strange, but this person could have a long neck. It's just something that I'm seeing. Like, they could have a very nice like long neck, and you might find that very appealing in some way, shape or form. Also, I'm getting vibes of Africa here as well, so this could be to do with culture, ethnicity, background, you know, things like that, that I'm also seeing there as well. And they could be super into giraffes, you know. There's something definitely about that's coming through. We've also got here as well these grapes. So they may really like wine, or, you know, drinks, or just enjoying time and relaxing. They might be very, very healthy as well. That's something that's coming through, or just really be into grapes. But there's something about grapes, vineyards. They might find that very romantic. We've got here guns as well. They have targets of their own for sure. They really do have targets. They like to do fun things with you as well, in terms of like sports and activities. But they also have like personal targets that they always like to hit, and they're very goal oriented. So that's what that represents. We've also got this sort of like pin, right? So this reminds me of like the breast cancer pin, but also this can also represent their faith, and also the fact that they can be also very charitable, and they like to help others and be there for their community and things like that. So that's also something that just goes to show more of their character, in the sense that they're a very good person. And we also have here lapis lazuli, and so this also is really representative of the fact that their heart is very, very true and very kind. They will always speak from their heart, and they will always try and do things for other people. And again, you know, they like to go with the flow and not really like rush things or process things. You've got here like a moustache. Maybe this person has like some interesting facial hair, or a moustache, but I really feel here, and again, whether this is male or female, what I also want to say as well is that, you know, especially this person is a male, but also remember that this is also about them being super funny. So just take it in that way as well, is that this person is a comedian, like really, really funny as well. So that's what we've got there. And then you've also got this little lamp as well. So this reminds me of like the Virgo lamp, because you have got here Virgo, right? And the tarot card in, well, we haven't got the Hermit here, but Usually the hermit carries a little lamp, and we also see a lot of light sources here as well. We've got light behind the mind here, you've got light here, you've got the sun as well, so they're always carrying the light, they're always carrying positivity, so it's something that I want to share there. Again, you've got this energy of transformation with the butterfly, which we also saw here with the skull, and of course Scorpio. So there's a real sense of transformation that happens in your life when you marry this person. Like, things really start to come together, there's a real sense of success and happiness. For some people that happens. For some people, they get married and their life, like, just, you know, is not exactly what they want it to be. Like, it becomes really difficult and even harder than they ever imagined. For other people, their luck completely changes. I feel like when you marry this person, your luck will change. Like, that's something I'm seeing. Your life gets better, and that's what we also see here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups, is that things just get better for you. You know, your finances, your happiness, your strength, your confidence, just so much more like living in the moment kind of a vibe. Then we have here a rabbit as well, so a lot of really good intimacy is what I pick up there. And you've also got here, you've got these like little colours as well, so your chakras feel more aligned, and you might be super into like decorating your space with them and just going through like colours and interiors. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of colours, maybe even paintings, and doing fun activities with them is something that I see. And you've also got purple here again, so they're very, very intuitive. This crystal here really does represent the fact that there's, you know, a real sense of healing from the past to be able to enjoy this connection going forward. So that's what I'm seeing in regards to who you will marry. So we got a lot of information, their personality, their characteristics, initials, you know, charms that can sort of connect more with them as well. So we've got a ton of info. So that is your reading. And if this resonates, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And check out the description box below as well if you haven't. And let's go to group number 3 now. All right, so let's take away these. Yeah, so check everything out in the description box below, and I'll see you all very soon. By the way, these wooden charms are also on sale on my Etsy if anyone is interested in those as well. All right, and the letters as well. Typical, just when I film a reading, it's like that's exactly when everybody wants me, and then when I stop filming a reading, it's like nobody ever responds to my messages. I'm like, okay, I get it. All right, so let's put these on the side. I can just hear the buzzing. Okay, let's go to group 3. Oh no, I can't grab all these cards. Come on. Okay, brilliant. Nice. Yeah. Cool. All right, group number 3. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's have a look and see who you will marry. Okay, so we have got here this group. I'm just going to put this flower somewhere over there, and let's have a look and see, right? Because you have chosen this pile, it says curious about you with the X's and the O's, so they're little hugs and kisses. So your first card here really shows that the person you will marry is going to be very curious about you and is going to really be very intrigued by you as well. There are definitely certain things about you that are going to intrigue them and make them think like, ooh, you're very interesting, you're very exciting. There's so much more about you that I want to get to know. And so they're going to be super, super curious, and you know, they could be the kind of person that is just waiting for you to respond back to them, or waiting to set up a meeting with you, or waiting to do more with you. Like, they just are very, very curious, and they want to make things work, and they just want to make things progress, and they're like, oh, you know, I can't wait until you do this, and we do that, and we do this, and we do that. They're just like super curious in that sense. So yeah, what more can I say, right? So then we've also got social media connections. So you may meet them on social media, or you know, for example, you can meet in person and then carry on the conversation via social media. But that is really going to be one of the biggest ways in which you communicate with this person, I feel. Then we've got here just for you. So this person can be very romantic. They might write very romantic gestures or send you songs, for example, that have a lot of meanings. This person is very, very thoughtful from what I can pick up on. And this person can also send you letters or just be extra romantic and very spontaneous in the sense of just like wanting to really showcase their heart to you. And that's really what I see here, is that they're very, very romantic. One thing I want to definitely mention here is that this person is not emotionally unavailable. This person is very emotionally available, and that is why I feel like the two of you really connect, is because they're just so nice in the sense that they want you to know what they are feeling and thinking, because they themselves would like to know. You know what I mean? They just care so much, and they're so loving and so kind and so respectful that they want to know more about you, and they want to care, you know, and that's something I see here. You've got here finding balance. So a sign is coming through straight away, and that is Libra, because I keep seeing these scales. So Libra energy here, they are very much so the kind of person that is always looking to be very balanced. This person can also be very diplomatic, but not in a way where they come across as like fake or false or anything like that. They're diplomatic because they really care, and they're very, very kind and very loving and very nice. Does that make sense? But what I see here is this person's very balanced emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, spiritually. Did I mention spiritually? They're just very, very balanced, and they like to find balance as well. So they'll always do things in a way that is very balanced. So for example, they will be, you know, they'll love to travel and to go out and to do fun things, but they'll also be a homebody and love to stay in at the same time. This person will be someone that likes to be on the move, but they'll always find time to relax at the same time. So again, this person is all about balance, and this person's not like super, like completely just focused on, you know, wealth and success and things like that. They're also very focused on mental health and figuring all of that out, and actually, you know, having this nice peaceful life at the same time. So they're very, very balanced, and that's not to say that they're not ambitious. They are, but they're ambitious in a way where they want their entire life to be balanced, not just completely in one direction and then lacking another direction. Do you know what I mean? They like to be balanced. So we got here, think about it. Which means it's really interesting, because what I see when I see that card is that they are very, very thoughtful. They make you think about a lot of things. They make you question, you know, like the existence of things, and they're very smart, very, very intellectual. And you will definitely think about the things that they say, because it's just very unique and it's very different. And you know, you may talk about like really interesting things together and have like ton of questions and like watch different things and like, you know, movies or documentaries, and just be very intrigued into like finding answers about things. So you might be into like unsolved mysteries and I just, you know, these kinds of things that are just very interesting. I don't know how else to say about it, but also different ideas, you know, like, wow, I wonder if this product was made like this instead of this, and they just make you think about things. It could be that they have invented something. For example, they are, you know, they have a business where they've like made this incredible idea, or they're investing into different ideas or into stocks in different companies and things like that. But this person is very, very thoughtful, very resourceful, very creative, and they have tons and tons of different ideas that they are very, very good at, you know, like finding ways to do things. So that's something to also keep in mind. So this person really gives you a lot of light bulb moments, like, whoa, yeah, that's so interesting. I didn't think of it like that, but you're making me think of it now, you know? So that's interesting. Play more. So that definitely goes to show here that it's really important actually that the two of you are able to find a balance together, because of course they are very focused on finding a balance within themselves, and they like to do that. It's really important that the two of you in the connection will, when you get married to this person, because I feel like this is the person you're going to marry, you will think to yourself like, oh, we should do more of this, we should do more of that, maybe let's, you know, go out and do more of this, and find that balance. So you will find that balance. It's just that you will try and find a way to do so in the beginning. So that's what we see there. We have here playfulness as well. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Let me read that again. I feel like I didn't read that properly. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So this is about being playful, which is interesting because you've got play more and playfulness. So don't be afraid of being your true self. Don't be afraid of sharing those silly jokes that you want to share with them, but you might think, should I share those? You know, don't be afraid of being you, because that's what they really appreciate the most about you, is literally you. So that's what I would say here, is be playful, be yourself. Enjoy the connection, enjoy where it goes, enjoy yourself, you know? Oh my god, I literally thought I'd lost my reading. You know, it's just like the screen went out and then it wouldn't come back. Okay, anyways, it's back. So we have here communication. So the communication between the two of you will be very strong. This person is on the phone. So again, I feel like, you know, communication is very strong in regards to the social media aspect or phone aspect. Then you've also got past life. So the two of you have had a past life connection, which seems to manifest in this lifetime. So you could be twin flames or soulmates. But you meet again, which is very interesting, right? And communication is very, very strong between the two of you, which is great because communication is important in any connection. Like, that's what really drives it forward and makes it come together. So you've got here Mercury, communication, knowledge, information, curiosity. That's literally what we spoke about, right? We got here the think about it energy. We also had here as well communication. So their Mercury is very, very strong. This person seems to be ruled by their Mercury, which I think is very, very interesting. Now, it could be that this person may be a Gemini, this person could be a Virgo because their Mercury is so, so strong, very, very powerful. But this person, again, likes to communicate. They like to build knowledge. They like to come up with different ideas. They like to connect and progress that forward by communication. So they're very, very interested in information and things like that. Could be also maybe that they work in IT or coding, making things, engineering, you know, things like that, or even writing, for example, with that sort of more Virgo energy. But this person has a lot of ideas, could be in investments and things like that. Okay, so something that we're seeing there. Then we have here Cancer. Okay, so potential signs, we have Cancer, we have Gemini, which we also mentioned as well with the Mercury energy, which is very interesting. Yeah, very thoughtful, very kind, very caring as well. Moon energy is something that we're seeing there as well. We've got here Capricorn, but this could be their Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus signs. Just want to mention that as well. But then Mercury could be in Gemini or Virgo. That's something that I'm definitely seeing. Then we've got here Capricorn energy as well. And then we've also got Aries as well, which is fire. So Earth with Capricorn, Gemini is air, Cancer is water, Virgo, of course, is Earth, Gemini, as I mentioned as well with that, and then you've got Aries, which is fire. So they're very determined, very passionate, have a lot of ideas, but also very grounded, very caring. So now let's go to your tarot cards. Oh, look at this. We've got the Hermit, that's Virgo energy. Okay, so that really connects there as well. That's very interesting. Look, this person can be like really in their own world a lot of the times as well. Like they also might be a little bit more introverted, but still very like playful. You know, introverts can be playful and they can really open up and totally be, you know, full of personality. So it's something to keep in mind as well. This person really does think about things and they are very, very thoughtful. Their mind is very awakened and they think about a lot of things, but they also have so many ideas as well. So that Virgo energy is very, very powerful right there. And also you've got the light bulb there and you've got the Hermit holding the lamp. So they have a ton of ideas, very creative, very good at what they do career-wise, and they're very well respected is something that I pick up because they stay out of drama. That's something that I pick up here as well. They're very drama-free. You've also got the Magician, which is also Mercury energy as well. So again, you've got that really strong energy connecting to Virgo, and also the Magician is a really strong energy of communication, right? They're really good at communicating and they are always trying to show like, okay, this is what I have on my table, this is what I'm going to make out of it, always trying to do the best they can for themselves and others. Then you've also got the Knight of Cups, which is this energy of them coming forward and communicating their emotions to you very effectively. And then also you've got the Six of Cups. So this is about gifts and it's also about sharing and spending time with one another. It's that romantic energy that really blossoms as well. So they're very romantic at heart. And we see that with the letter, right, with the heart on it, is that they're very good at communicating their emotions and maybe sending you letters or sending you gifts or sending you, you know, flowers and things like that, whether this person is male or female. Okay, so that's what we have there. And we of course have that Libra energy come through as well with the scales there. So now we go on to the letters and the charms. So the letters could be initials that really align to them, and it could also be words. It could spell out words. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. It's got a little handful there. So we've got a T and an E and an X. So we have got here X. Now, I'm not saying that you will marry your ex. We have also got the past life card, okay? So this is someone from your past life, someone that you've had a past life connection with in a past life. So what that also means is that this is someone from the past, right? So in that sense, I want you to also know that that's where X can connect with you. Now, for some of you, you may actually end up marrying an ex that maybe you have had in this lifetime. So just remember that this can connect in two ways. Some of you might be like, oh my God, I hope I do not marry my ex. And some of you are thinking, oh, well, I do hope I marry my ex, you know, because this person could come back around. But we see here past life, all right? So that's something really important to keep in mind. This is someone from the past in terms of past life. Okay, so that's what we've got there. So we've got a T, a D, T and an E and a D, so Ted, like a little, maybe a teddy bear. We got a W, which is also showing wed as well, so we do see a wedding here. A D, LTD, like limited, right, like company, like a company, so they may even own their own company, but that's what we are seeing right there, all right, in terms of the letters, and a Q, which just so happens to be upside down. Okay, so that's what we've got there, but wed is very, very strong there as well. Okay, so this can also be initials for their names. So for the charms, just a little handful, and we have here the fish, so we have got some Pisces energy there as well, sort of going with the flow, enjoying the connection, right? We've got a lot of signs. The most interesting thing about this reading is we've got so many signs. A lot of signs. So we've got Pisces, we've got Libra, we've got Aries, we've got Capricorn, we've got Gemini, Cancer, Virgo. That's a lot of signs, to be honest. And then we've got here the tiger eye, which shows that this person is mentally and emotionally very, very strong. So that's something to definitely keep in mind. Very, very strong with that tiger eye energy. They know what they want in life and they go after it. You know, they go after it. Then we've got here young and strong. So they may also be into sort of keeping fit and just naturally very, very fit. They may also look very young in terms of their age. Yeah, so you might think to yourself like, wow, they look so much younger than their age, right? So regardless of how old they are, they may just look very, very young for their age. Even perhaps their voice. People say that to me too, you know. It's one of these examples that like, you sound like you're 15 or something. And I'm like, you need to add, you know, more than 10 years to that for sure. I get that as well on my looks too, you know. People think that I'm like in high school or something. I'm like, you know, I graduated uni, I worked some jobs, like, you know, I'm definitely not that age. Again, you need to add more than 10 years to that. So, you know, again, that could be something that really resonates with your situation where you're like, wow, this person looks so young and they're so strong, but actually, you know, they're much older than they are. Then we've got here, she believed she could, so she did. So just take this in as a, you know, regardless of male or female, this is the energy of like when they feel like they believe in themselves, they will go after what they want to do. They are very, very ambitious. They will always go after what they truly believe in. You know, see that here with the tiger eye, and then they do. You know, they have something they want to accomplish and they go after it, and they do, you know. They're very good at accomplishing dreams and goals. They have their heart eyes towards you, very attracted towards you. You're very attracted to them. This is also about making memories. You got this little petal preserved in this like resin, I believe that's what it is. Or crystal, I'm not actually 100% sure, I think it's resin, and it just goes to show that they want to make memories with you, they want to preserve moments with you. But we also see a flower petal, and we have got some flowers in the Magician card and also the Six of Cups, so they may communicate to you with flowers, like sending you flowers as a form of communication to show you how much they care about you, right? So that's what we have there. So this is your reading for who you will marry. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy. And do take care everyone. Bye!